Hour number two, day number two, super hot outside. Let me check that thermometer again. When I was growing up, AJ, we literally had, those old thermometers that had the red fluid in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we used for a radio thermometer. It was out on the windowsill at the front of the building. And when I wanted to check the temperature, I had to get up and walk down the hall and go out and look at the actual thermometer. How old do I sound right now?
Back in my day,
Back in my day.
we used to call this thing a thermometer, and it had a poisonous liquid in there called mercury.
And we stuck it in our ass. You think anybody ever broke a mercury one off up in there?
Oh, you already know that's happened.
If you ever break one off, you have a suit. That does not stand for lawsuit. That stands for something up in there.
Right.
I stole that from Shirley Q. Liquor. It's 95 right now. The feels like temperature is 108. Good Lord. So be cool and cover up and stay in the shade and drink plenty of water. I got a big old tub of water over here right now. I'm trying to get down between now and the end of the show. 545-9950 is the phone number. Any more updates on that, we'll have them for you too. And, of course, let me look at my list because in a minute I got to get to, I'm trying to – let me just button up all this international stuff, and then we'll go back to the Lindsey Graham thing is still going on. AJ, look, I'm just going to say it. We were just talking about you and I can go there where some shows will not. These are white folks, man. I ain't never seen white people have a funeral this long.
Well, it is Catholic, so.
Well, that's true, too.
Catholics, when they do a funeral or
I've been
a
to
wedding,
a couple of Catholic funerals.
like a Catholic wedding go on for like 5 hours.
I've been to one Catholic wedding. Yeah, you're right. Stand up, sit down, repeat a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know all the jive, so I'm just like.
They do like a full service
Mm.
in the midst of an actual funeral. So like you got the church, funeral, and then you got the actual memorial service, and you got it's all of it encompassing. So you better pack your patience when you go to when you do a service like that. Just pack your patience.
I remember I've been to been to all kind of funerals, some of which because of being in journalism. I'll never forget this woman. I just loved this woman. She was an African American lady in Columbus, Georgia. We called her Mother Harris. Everybody called her Mother Harris, and she ran this huge homeless shelter, and she did it as a Christian outreach. In other words, and I did so many homeless stories back then. It was the '90s, so homelessness was all in the news all the time. And I've told this story before. I went down one night underneath this bridge where they all hung out to talk to him and say, "Why don't you go to the shelter?" And one of them would not go because he didn't want to have to go to the church service. Her requirement was that you attend. They had a chapel. If you're going to stay there for the night, you got to go to chapel. And so they'd have these long chapels, and she'd basically wear them out, and they'd all be tired and go to bed. And she'd put everybody to sleep, give everybody a nice meal, feed them in the morning, and then, by the rules, they all had to leave the next day. But this woman was a saint on this planet, and when she died, they had her funeral. And I thought, this is going to be the biggest funeral they've ever had in Columbus, Georgia. And sure enough, AJ, they had it, I guess it was her home church. They had it in a church that had room for like 150 people. And it was the middle of the summer. It was as hot as it is right now. It was the middle of the summer. So we just sat out there and we literally watched ambulances. People would pass out, get overcome with emotions. And we'd watch them cart people out and they'd keep going. That funeral went on 4.5 hours. Everybody in town wanted to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in there. They let us put one camera because there was no room. And so we had all these TV sat trucks parked outside. We just sat in the parking lot and watched the video from the inside and then kept watching the ambulance pull people out. Like, turn the damn air on. Just knock it off.
Well, the church was like, hey, I wasn't expecting this. Like, hey, I set the temperature to a certain amount of time. Hey, look, I told y'all 2 hours. 5 hours later, we still here? No.
Have you ever been, let's just talk about funerals for a minute. Have you ever been to one where everybody there either didn't like the person or didn't know anything about it?
Oh, of course. Of course.
I mean, you just sitting there going, okay.
Yeah.
And they do all the fill-in-the-blank stuff. They read the same Bible passage, sing 3 songs, and then the preacher can't say anything about the deceased because he didn't know him.
Mm-hmm.
So he just goes on he takes this as an opportunity to win some souls over and tell them, y'all all going to hell. You're going to wind up like this. Here's your moment. And then everybody's gone.
Or they give you like that very awkward story. You like, why would you tell someone that?
I mean, this one that's in my mind, I think it was a distant relative of mine, but I decided I better go. And I remember so few people even knew why they were there. When they left the church to go to the graveside, the hearse pulls out of there, and I watched everybody that was lined up just kind of peel out and go somewhere else. Like 2 cars followed the hearse.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, we're done. That was too long. Best funeral I ever went to, though, it's a true story, memorial service. And some of y'all that are in active politics will get this, and I think I may steal this idea and put it in my will. The Republican Party had an executive director for years named Tim Bear, one of the funniest human beings I've ever been around. In fact, Tim knew he knew Lindsey Graham and all these people, and he was a political activist, just an all-around good dude. And he passed away, and he had several brushes with his health before he passed away. But he, instead of having a sad funeral and all this stuff, AJ, they did a roast over here at the funeral home that's right here on Oxmoor in Homewood. And we packed in there, and they roasted his life. They made fun of the man for 2 straight hours. I laughed I thought I was going to be the next one. I was like clutching my side rolling. Some of the funniest stories I've ever heard, and there was nothing depressing about it. Mm-hmm. You talk about a celebration of life. They didn't evoke things that need to be in there. It was 2 straight hours. And these were some, state officials and others that let their guard down for a minute and got real about his life. And I just thought that was a good way to do it.
Yeah, I think that's really good. That God forbid. But I kind of want that too. I don't want you crying. Don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Like just have fun, laugh, tell some funny stories,
yep.
some of the dumb stuff I did, or some of the crazy ideals or something like that. Just make it fun. I want people to laugh. I want people to remember me in a way that, like, I will crack jokes. Like I like to have fun. I like to laugh and stuff like that. I may even do one where I saw one funeral where the guy recorded himself. He was like, "Hey, get me out of here."
He recorded himself inside the casket trying to get out. That was pretty. I remember that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And they just have it randomly just go off in the middle of the funeral.
Yeah, exactly. Just make the casket shake just a little bit.
Hey, I'm not really.
Special effects. Are you gonna put "Too Blessed to Be Depressed" on your?
You know what? I'm gonna do like how I saw some in some other countries. I've seen where they. It's kind of weird. It's kind of creepy, but they have them they have their body in positions doing certain things.
Oh, like they embalm them and then put them up pose them in a like an active pose.
Yeah, I think we talked about one or I saw a video of one where they took the body to a nightclub.
Oh God!
And they threw money on him, and he just sitting there.
Are you serious?
His corpse is just sitting there.
Where did this happen?
Oh God! I was like, who thinks
they're doing that for Mitch McConnell right now while we're speaking.
Yeah, so do that with me. Just have me put some headphones on me and put me on the radio board.
Should we just stuff you in that room right there as a mascot for the station afterwards?
Just have me sit there.
I decided to just on mine it's going to say Leland dead. Well, that's the end of that show. Yeah, man. But so the Lindsey Graham thing has been going on. They did a memorial.
They're finally done now.
Yeah, I see Trump walking out. Trump's trying to. I mean, he's got Netanyahu in the office. He's dealing with the Iranians at the same time. There are things going down in the world, which, by the way, Lindsey Graham would be all in the middle of because he was just a political animal. But we took a 6-hour time out for this guy. And when I opened the show, I talked about it. The governor of Kentucky has put out a nasty letter directed at Mitch McConnell saying, I'll paraphrase, basically, prove you're alive and a capable human being or get out of the way, step down. He has sent the letter to John Thune. He wants an investigation. They believe Mitch McConnell is either comatose or is no longer alive, and the governor is demanding that their state be represented in the United States Senate. That there's no. He goes through the case that there's no right to privacy once you get into public office and have an obligation like this, and you become a vegetable. And so right now, the state of Kentucky, front and center, because of the governor doing that during the Lindsey Graham funeral, while we're getting ready for Rand Paul to take a bite out of Fauci's hide tomorrow at that hearing. So, state of Kentucky front and center on the map. Meantime, I mentioned this at the beginning of the show. Our two senators, Britt and Tuberville, have joined Mike Lee in saying they're willing to stay in Washington for the month of August if they'll stay there and vote on the SAVE Act. They don't want to go home. They want to work. Good for them. Now, look, I get it. Some of that showboating because they know they're still going to go home. They can look good and still get their vacation at the same time. But, I'm going to applaud the effort because it puts pressure on Thune to do the right thing. So a lot of attention right now in the United States Senate this afternoon, including the Graham situation and all this other fallout that's happening. Interesting times in America. Let's just go to the phones right off the top. I'll get some other headlines in here. We got to deal with some international stuff too. Thomas, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. You was talking about the funerals. It reminded me, the first time I met you in person, we were at Lisa Mason's service.
Yes.
And you remember the end of it. Of course, she was cremated, and she played that song. I think it was from Johnny Cash or some kind of recording.
Yep.
About being burned up. And I'm just sitting there looking around. So people were shocked.
She
I'm
was
sitting there snickering.
Yes. I remember that now. I've totally forgotten that. But, yeah, she had a sense of humor about her. She
did. And that's why I'm sitting there thinking that. And some of these people, I could see some were like shocked with it. And I'm just thinking, that's Lisa. That's classic Lisa Mason's humor right there.
Yeah, and my friend Richard Dixon would attest to that. She was a very unconventional person and didn't want to go out that way either. So, yeah, that was pretty creative what they did at that service as well. Yep.
Sad time, but,
I know it.
Hey, she knew how to make the best of it, so I give her credit for that.
Look, if you can make people laugh on your way out the door when they're the saddest about you being gone, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I talked to my the people my family I say up in North Dakota. I'm getting things in order to make sure wheels are made, things like that.
Yeah.
And I made a point to say, hey, I've got to get this stuff done because when I croak, I don't want it to be a big hassle for everybody to take charge of this property. And she said, well, that's a really poetic way to put it. And I said, well, you either got to laugh or you got to cry.
No doubt.
and I'd rather go out laughing. So
there you go, Thomas. Good stuff, my brother.
All right, you take care.
Hold them down over there in North Georgia.
It's hot.
It's hot everywhere, man.
Oh, I know.
It is on us.
So,
thanks, man.
Anyway, you take care and stay cool. Hydrate.
Doing it right now. Staying in the AC. Thanks, Thomas. Oh, man, let's go to Rick. Rick's been holding for a long time. Rick, get in here, man. What you got?
I thought I'd never get through. I feel like that guy, y'all kept didn't want to hear who was that? I forgot who it
Charles
was.
Allen Head.
I had to start listening.
Well, see, Rick, the thing not to do is to start out bitching when you only have 2 minutes to start with. You just wasted 30 seconds. Go.
Damn, I done good. I got all that much time. Thank you so much. But I'm gonna say ain't gonna take that long. How did we get to a point in this government to where we've got invaders over here that have more rights than our own citizens? That's all I got, boss.
I got you, man. It's what we're dealing with right now. It's for sure. Rick talking about the immigration issue. He held a long time to say that, so thank you, Rick. Let me shove this in there, and then I'm gonna move on to the break. This Mandami character, at 1 minute he's just laughable and childish with his silly little grocery store thing. Suddenly he thinks somehow he can sell groceries 30% less than what the market has figured out, which is stupid and it won't work. But he's got to do all these stunts. Well, he did something that's damn dangerous. I mean, especially in his city right now. This dude published a list of 30,000 people he considers rich, a searchable database of rich people and property owners in the city of New York. Now, if you don't know your history, that might just seem like, well, it's public information. He published it for a reason. That is a target list. The Bolsheviks did the same thing. Y'all know who the Bolsheviks were, right? They had a list so they'd know where to go during the revolution to take people out, to take their possessions during the communist revolution. Hitler had a list of the Jews. He's making lists of targets and making them public in a city where one of those lunatics that's on his side of the worldview shot a healthcare CEO cold blooded in the streets and still hadn't been properly tried for it. Where continuous violence happens on a regular basis because of his crime policies, because of his dangerous rhetoric. We just had two Jews stabbed, well, a Jewish guy and a Chinese guy stabbed on the Upper West Side last week with a screwdriver, right after Mandami continues to vilify Jews and Israel. This dude is dangerous. I said it the other day. Sometimes you're amused by a kid who says, I'm going to dig a hole to China. And you go, oh, okay, well, have fun. And you watch them do it for a while, and then they realize they can't do it. And it's just fun to watch a child be naive. That's Mandami when he's doing free grocery stores. When Mandami puts out a list of rich people that are fair game under his worldview and the maniacs, do you know that the under 35 crowd, 56% of them agree with the notion that it's okay to commit acts of violence against certain people for your political beliefs? They're wannabe revolutionaries in a city full of immigrants that's starting to come across apart at the seams, and he does this in an effort to drive these people out, maybe to intimidate them, I guess. There needs to be an investigation of what he's up to. It's probably legal. He is the mayor, but he's a dangerous, and that's where I go back to my child analogy. I used it the other day. Now he's not just a child with a whimsical idea that's just silly and foolish. He's a kid with a loaded gun. He found a loaded pistol on the nightstand, and the kid's waving it around. He does not have the judgment, the maturity, the experience, the expertise to be wielding the power that's been given him by these foolish people in that city. And it's going to get worse there before it gets better, and that's what he wants. Sometimes people on my side of politics go, how could you be so stupid? How dangerous? It's what he wants. They want revolution, and revolution is always violent. And with socialism and communism, you have to shoot your way. These people will set it up so people will vote their way in, but you got to shoot your way out. There'll be a time when people are fighting for their lives to get out of that city, and that's not an exaggeration. It's starting to happen because of one dude. Now, granted, he's got a short term. Maybe they'll wake up and come to their senses. But as we see with some other cities, they'll double down on their stupidity. Look at what they just did. Look what they did in Chicago. Look what they did in L.A. This guy is flat dangerous. He knows what he's doing, too. He's manipulative and a threat to a lot that is good and decent in this country right now. Even though he's up in that one little corner of the world, that is a very loud and high-profile corner of the United States of America. We need to watch this guy for sure. Let's talk about Hueytown Palm. Speaking of taking care of yourself, Tommy reached out the other day. I'm glad he's got some new Glocks in. He hasn't done this special in a while. He was able to obtain not many, just got a few, but he's got some of these law enforcement Glocks back in stock at Hueytown Palm. These are pre-owned by law enforcement agencies, some of which have never even been fired. They were just part of an allotment the LEs will have when they issue weapons to their police officers. Then those weapons, they'll cycle them out and get a new batch. Those go on the aftermarket, basically. And Tommy's figured out how to scoop them up in these lots and get them back here to Birmingham, put them on sale. Some of them in the original cases. It's a good deal, $399 for a well-built Glock right now while they last. Not trying to create FOMO. He's just only got a small shipment this time. And he gets them from time to time, so listen out. We'll let you know when he's got a deal going. But get on over there and get one of these. I got one last year, and it's a really, really nice gun for the price. It's Hueytown Pawn. They're on Brook Lane Drive in Hueytown. Stay tuned. It's 3:27. Eating worms. Hey, kids are going back to school. Sad time of the year for the kids. Exciting time of the year for the parents. Get them back into school, man. Here they go. All the practices and the two-a-days and all that stuff starting to ramp up. I think this is basically kind of the last full week, this week and next week, before the kids all head back. And Paul over at Mandu's got a deal for you. Paul says right now they'll give 15% off if you're an educator or even a student or you're associated with the staff, your bus driver, working in the school system. It's kind of a back to school sale for folks that want to get in shape as we head into fall. 15% off Mandu. Y'all go check it out. This is different. It's an electronic muscle stimulation. It is very different than anything you've ever done for resistance training. And it may just put you on a better track because it's so efficient. You don't spend a whole lot of time doing it. You can condense 6 hours in the gym, and nobody stays at the gym for 6 hours for real. So that's probably all week long and trying to go to the gym, back and forth, all that time. You can condense that down to 15 minutes, the most effective full body workout you've ever had at Mandu in Homewood, right there on the big, in that main drag. What is it, 18th down through the main center of Homewood up on the second floor. And then, of course, in addition to that, we've got locations now in Huntsville and over on University in Tuscaloosa. It is 15% off right now through the end of September. Just a little incentive for folks to get on over to Mandu as the new year starts. Mandu.com, Manduu, Mandu.com. Well, I appreciate the audience sharing the Black Bear updates. He's everywhere all of a sudden. He's like Roy Kent on Ted Lasso. You ever watch Ted Lasso? They got this song about this soccer player that's everywhere on the field. So the Black Bear, he's here, he's there, he's every freaking where. Right now, he's making his way apparently down 280. He's been seen near the Legacy Credit Union. That's over in the Meadowbrook area.
He just house shopping. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
He was. Then they saw him again on. There are all these pictures of him. I say he's he. Now maybe misgendering this bear.
I am a lady bear.
We're gonna name this bear Dylan. I'm just, the Dylan Mulvaney stuff's in the news again. Yeah, he's right off 280, and everybody just keeps seeing him. Poor little bear, he's going the wrong way. He needs to head back to the woods the other way. He's just heading into more trouble. Wait till he sees the prices at the summit. He'll head back the other way. Man, if you get a little bit behind with the IRS, you need to get my man Perry Cronin on the case. He and his team over at Axiom. This is what they're set up to do. This is not just the normal CPA shop that's just doing run of the mill stuff, and every now and then they'll help you out. They focus on what we used to call our troubled taxpayers, but sometimes it's not you that did anything. The code can just sort of eat you from the most innocent of mistakes. Now, let's be real. Some of y'all made some bad judgments. Maybe you decided to not file for some reason, or to cut this corner. Your CPA that you have now didn't quite have the best knowledge, and you could have taken a better advantage of what's allowed you under the code, whatever the circumstance. Perry and his team can help you address the issue with the government. They can help you get a settlement. In the case of the Fresh Start Initiative, they can get you settled for as much as 80% off what you owe, and that's good to know. But you got to know how to do it, and not everybody can just do. You don't just pick the phone up and say, "IRS, please." I don't even know who you'd call or how you'd get anybody on the phone, but Perry knows how to communicate back to them what's reasonable to offer, the programs that are available to help you settle, also the things that protect you from the harassment, deadlines. He was telling me about one case, not the details, but generally one time we were at a Christmas dinner. I remember he told me this, and it kind of blew my mind. He goes, I had this one client, he came from the radio show, and she had this case where she owed a bunch of money, and she asked him what to do, and Perry said, you don't have to do anything. And she looked at him like he was nuts. But the point was, once he read the documents, he realized the IRS had missed their own deadline. It was too late for them to collect anything. So it's that kind of sharp knowledge and understanding of the law and the way it's all supposed to work that puts Perry and his team at a huge advantage for you. You don't want to deal with this by yourself. I'm just telling you. Some people may try to do that. This is worth it to get this kind of professional representation. And my favorite part about Perry is he's right here in Birmingham, a local expert, a guy here that can sit down with you and deal with these things face to face. Axiom Tax Resolution Group. The website starts with our area code. It's 205tax.com, 205tax.com. All right, let's stay local for a second. As people keep sending me these black bear sightings, you know what? I'm starting to worry about the black bear, AJ. I don't want anybody to harass the poor thing.
Yeah, I
hit
mean,
it
already
with a
taking
car.
pictures.
Yeah, I'm like, leave me alone. Give him some privacy.
Now look,
Paparazzi.
I always laugh because like when okay, so people know that black bears can climb, right? They climb a tree, and I always see like when they have to go rescue the black bear,
Right.
and it's like up a pole or a tree, and like, oh my god, we gotta go save it. It's like, no, the bear's just trying to get away from you. You over there taking pictures, want to hold him. Like, he's not no cuddly, cute thing.
No, he will eat your face.
He will eat you. He's just like, hey,
He's a
I
wild
don't know
animal.
you.
Yes.
Let me be. Let me bear around. I don't know. Let me roam a little bit.
This is not Winnie the Pooh. This is not Yogi.
Right.
This is not Smokey. There are a lot of bears in our popular culture that are all fun and cuddly creatures.
Right.
This is not the Berenstain Bears.
No.
This is just a wild bear that's roaming around Meadowbrook somewhere right now, and people keep taking pictures of the poor thing. I just hope it can find its way where it's trying to go.
Well, I mean, look, maybe you know what it was. See, what happened was, his parents moved a long time ago, and they told him once upon a time, you know, back in the old days, where they used to roam free in this place called Eagles Point. And then it was nothing but trees and forests and honey from miles and miles away.
Oh, I feel like I'm on the commercial with the Indian that cries now.
Yes.
The litter commercial from the 70s.
So then he comes back from his papa's story, telling him about the days where he met his mama.
Yep.
And he goes and he's like, what the hell is this?
Where all these white folks come from? He's like Paddington Bear. Does he got an accent? My goodness. Where are all these Caucasians?
Who took my land?
No, he's a black bear. That's right. He's got to be. I did notice one of the photographs. He was walking around with a Kardashian. I'm just saying. So he's legit. He's too legit to quit. Don't mess with him. Just leave him alone. Let the brother go in peace. I don't know if it's female bear. Generally, this time of year, you're going to have a female bear is going to have her cubs still with her. I know I'm no Grizzly Adams, but I'm just saying those cubs will follow the female bear a while until they get mature enough to break off. Generally, that's going to be right before hibernation in the winter. And I don't even know how that works in the South because we have such mild winters. But the bears have got to feed and get big enough to survive on their own. So in July, if it was a female bear, if the bear had cubs, I think that'd be the biggest indicator. But this thing just walking around by itself, probably feasting on a lot of garbage, which is what they're just. We talk about raccoons, but bears are really adept at getting into the garbage cans. And out west, man, you go out there and they got these specialty handles where you got to do 3 moves to get the door open.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ, I'm gonna go ahead and confess, a couple of those moves confused me. I couldn't get a couple cans open when I was trying to. So I'd have be walking the dogs and they'd poo, and I'd have to pick up the poo with the poo bag. And I'm looking for a can, and I got one hand's on the leash, one hand's got the poo bag. How am I supposed to open this damn trash can? It's a dilemma when you're out there.
It's like a big old medicine bottle, like you got to push down, and twist, and then squeeze at the same time.
But yeah, we're getting bear sightings all over the place this afternoon. I thought this was just something that was going on the last 2 days, but the internet, it's become a sensation. So here we go. TW is on a cell phone. What's up, TW?
Hey, man. I was just going to say, like you said, cell phones are a sensation, but people also Google and they see what bears want to eat, and they feed them.
Oh,
They're
don't
like,
do that.
We're going to put some food out in our backyard, so this bear comes in my backyard. You know what I mean? So I can take a picture of it.
So now
Everybody
the bear
else
has
can
high
take
blood
it. I
pressure.
want
Yeah. Now the bear, he is not my hot
he
bear.
probably,
Robert F.
probably
Kennedy's
got the
pissed
big-
off. He's eating too
he's
many
probably got-
Funyuns and
he's
gas
probably got
Mountain
the
Dews.
He got the sugar,
Not the sugar.
That bear gonna have bad circulation.
Hey, if he comes out my road, all I know is some trashy rednecks keep throwing their Mountain Dew cans out in front of my house, so he's probably gonna get hopped up on Mountain Dew and want to go
Next
at you.
year he gonna be driving a Jeep with big old tires and mudding.
He'd be like, "Country boy can survive." This is a down home. It's a good old bear. He's just keeping it real, man. He's just keeping it real.
reaching out and knocking down mailboxes.
Yeah, I know it, man. Just depends on which way you go. But if he keeps walking down 280, man, he'll get a bear experience for sure.
Well, he ain't going down the other part of 280.
He'll make it to Mountain Brook, AJ, and he'll be like, "Well, James, what is that in the yard?" Why, honey? I think it's a bear. I don't know why everybody's thirsting to howl over there. What sort of bear is in our yard, Lovey? I was waiting on AJ for the punchline because he's trying to get other calls lined up here on the show. Who knew the bear would take over our show today? If y'all have seen the bear, I wouldn't mind an eyewitness account.
Yeah.
Lovey, what kind of bear is in our yard? I think it's a black bear. Tell him to go around back.
Oh, wow.
It's Mountain Brook, man. That's just got to make fun of the Brookies.
Go to the service quarters.
We've never had one of those at the club. Gray is in Hayden. What's up, Gray?
Yeah, I was wanting to tell you what I heard Saturday. It was on a different station I won't mention. But anyway, it was this lady that works for the state of Alabama in the wildlife division.
Yeah.
She said that this time of year, the bears that are too young, too old to be with mama still, but too young to have their own territory, they're on the move trying to find their own territory.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and she said they have been known to travel 500 miles.
Good Lord, an individual bear will go that far? Yeah, because the male wants to get away from the other males who, stake their claim, and they're going to fight with each other if he don't. So he's got to go find somewhere to get so he doesn't have competition from the other guys. AJ, in the end, it's always about Punani. It just is. It's true,
hey, look. Why do you think us guys do what we do?
It explains all of. Have you ever watched Wild Kingdom? We know.
Yep.
It's what motivates everybody. They don't have money. Usually that's
right.
That's what's motivating all us humans to do stupid stuff.
Right. They ain't got no job.
So it's all girl bears.
And he's just looking for some property. You know, he saw that you know that part of Eagle Point is just like, oh, there's some good deals over here.
You said it right at the beginning that he's afraid just property shopping, and that's literally what Gray called in about. He's looking for a place to be.
Right.
Yep. He's just roaming around till he found something. He's got to find him.
I heard this was a good school district.
Which how are you zoned?
Is this Shelby or unincorporated Shelby County?
And are you on the Birmingham Waterworks system, or do you have your own well? Because that's very important to me. Don't want to get ripped off by those sons of bitches. Anyway, yeah, man, the bear. He's just giving us a lot of entertainment this afternoon. Ox Foundation Solutions. Let's talk about it. I've got and I'm going to keep referring to my project because it's giving me a lot of reference points for a lot of our advertisers. Because with my contractor, I basically said, hey, if they'll give you a deal, let's use the people that do business with me. That's who I want to use. And as long as, everything's on the up and up, we can get the work done. And these are the people I trust. And not many clients of his, I guess, are going to come with a whole list of people that can do things on their home. So I'm really just pulling together a team. And Ox, of course, is my team for a portion of the house that has to have encapsulation. It's not over a basement. It's just sort of an extension. And I don't know how they're going to get under there, but they said they're going to get under there. It's a very small space. So I'm going to be fascinated when Ox comes out. I think they're coming to visit us this week to size it up. But they're going to encapsulate this space, and it's so important. In fact, I think some localities are turning it into code with new construction. If you do a crawl space, you've got to have it encapsulated or insulated in some way. And that's what we're going to get done, and Ox is going to do it for me. And if I had an issue, especially with all the rain we've had this year, one of the surprising effects of that is going to be, the water table rises. We've had a lot of soil erosion because of the constant rain. So shifts start to happen. Water starts to intrude, and you need to be on top of it. And Ox is my company to get that done, all of it. Mold removal, mold remediation, encapsulation. I start there and work my way backwards. Cracks, leaks, drying you out, sidewalks, driveway leveling, house leveling, which is, to me, that's probably one of the bigger things they wind up having to do is to put those helical piers on your house and get you leveled out. It need to be level. Your whole house does not function if it's not level. An unlevel house can affect plumbing. It can affect the way drains flow. It can affect electrical. When it was stitched together, these wires aren't made to move, and they'll start pulling loose, and you just need to get that stuff taken care of. It is oxstrong.com, the company I trust to get it all done for you, as they will for me this summer. oxstrong.com, oxstrong.com. We'll be back in a minute with more of your bear calls. Look at all these calls. Back in a minute. Probably the best bear song ever, would you think?
Yeah.
Your kid probably watching still a lot of bear stuff, right? I mean, he's in the zone.
Yeah.
Both of your kids by now.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. They like dinosaurs and yeah.
We do personify a lot of bears.
Yeah, we
the
do.
more I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I went through Yogi. Trying to think of all the bears. Teddy Ruxpin, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear, yeah.
Smokey the Bear.
Mm-hmm. Three
Smokey's
Little Bears.
Cool. Three Little Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Alan's in Ragsdale. What's up, Alan?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you that a friend of ours over the weekend spotted the bear in her backyard. She took a picture, and then it came up to her carport and texted them to my wife.
All right. Hey, Al, your phone broke up just a little bit there.
Okay.
Keep going, man. Say that again. So your wife took a picture of it on a carport. Is that right?
No.
Man, Al, that bear probably has better reception than Al right now in Ragsdale. I'm going to give Al a second to see if his phone clears up. That happens when you're out in
he has Bear Mobile.
rural America. Oh, look out now. Yeah, so the bear posts keep coming. If anybody actually sees it, I think that's what Al was telling us. But it's probably a different bear if you're all the way in Ragsdale.
Maybe so, but I mean.
That is, how far would it walk in a day?
25.
25 miles?
Someone called in and said, this is the time of year, and it was confirmed that the male bear is getting kicked to the curb by mama bear. Said, you ain't finna eat up all my honey.
You need to get a damn job.
You need to get you a job.
I can relate.
It's about time you start roaming on your own. Sleeping all day, eating up all my food.
I can hear it right now. Get out.
And he's like, okay, Mom. And then he's out.
Fine. I'm never coming back. I don't know why he sounds like Snagglepuss.
Right. So basically, yeah, he's just trying to find his way in life.
Yep.
As a young adolescent, young bear.
I think we lost Al's call, but yeah. So, and he does look. It doesn't look full grown. The pictures I've seen today does not look like. And so I think we're onto something. Mm-hmm. Yesterday we were chasing down a gas leak and guessing at everything. Today we're guessing at the bear. But he's probably an adolescent male. Mm-hmm. Again, too big to be on the teat, but big enough to have to go get a job. But he still doesn't know what he's doing yet. Yeah. So he's on his own.
Yeah. Just trying to find his way in life.
Wandering through suburban Birmingham.
I wonder what he's thinking. Like, as he's
walking.
Yeah,
me too. I think it's probably pretty simplistic. Mm-hmm. What is that? Can I eat it?
Ooh.
What is that? Can I eat it?
Yeah.
Where are the girls? What is that? Can I eat it?
Ooh, what's that smell? Is that a gas leak?
What's in there? Somebody call 911. I smell gas. I mean, because the suburbs, they're just full of food. I mean, again, we throw away so much stuff. It's just all in the trash. They've got an incredible sense of smell. And again, black bears don't scare me at all. I mean, they're just smaller and they can take your life, but it's their personality and their size in this part of the country. They're just not as big a threat. But I'm going to tell you, I get the heebie-jeebies out west, son. Those things are massive, and they come out of nowhere.
Yeah, the two bears I probably would not ever want to face is a grizzly and a polar bear.
Yeah, they said the polar bear is the meanest. Mm-hmm. And by the time you see a polar bear, he's already seen you because they all camouflage.
And they will hunt you down.
Yeah, they got vendetta.
What you said about my mama?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
So I'm going to put my white polar bear privilege on your ass.
Talk about some white privilege.
Yeah, they got all the white privilege up at the polls. Seals, nobody messes with the white bear. Penguins, you better walk your ass. You better wobble your ass on back over there, Fred.
You better wobble.
Did you ever watch March of the Penguins?
I did.
We hadn't done a lazy show like this in a long time. I got most of the way through it. That was fascinating. It was very fascinating. The pair bond with the mom and the dad take turns taking care of that little baby egg. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just don't see that. You don't even see that with humans nowadays.
No. Anymore. Now they got to go more and be like, hey, that baby don't look like me.
That ain't mine. And, have you ever seen that part where they it's like the male will take over and the female will go eat for a while and swim and come back. And out of all those screaming penguins, they can find the voice of their partner out of all that noise. It's like it's being at the mall. It's like you better tie a balloon to it or something because. But she will come right back and find this dude and the baby.
Right.
I told you to feed him at 3:00. I mean, she's just coming back to give him a list, but still, she finds him somehow. They don't even have a mobile tracker or anything like that. They still can track each other down with the penguins.
Yeah, so look, y'all let the bear be. He's gonna find his way.
Leave him alone,
you
man.
know,
Yeah.
He may be working at the one of those shops out there. You know, he's gonna look for an application. You know.
There's some businesses up and down 280 that would take the help right now. You know what he's looking for, don't you? Honey baked hams. He's looking for some honey. I was trying to come up with a honey joke. That's all I got right now. But seriously, I mean, I know we've had a fun with it the last few minutes, but I'm afraid he's going to get hit by a car or some redneck over there is going to do something stupid and pull a gun out and try to shoot the thing out of either fear or meanness. And I think he's in the worst possible scenario. The bear's in a worse place than any of the people that live out that way.
Yeah, so. And don't go try to look for this bear. Just let him be. He'll be all right.
I wonder who would you call? And somebody brought that up earlier.
Bear Buster.
Who you gonna call? Bear Busters. Yeah, but who do you call? Is it the local wildlife folks? Is there a rehab rescue place that has the capability to? In the course of us doing this show for 17 years, we have seen kangaroos get taken down. Remember the Coleman County guy that tackled the kangaroo? I have covered a couple of tiger incidents. There was a guy up in Walker County that had a tiger cage, and Alabama does not have, at least at the time, did not have a law against exotic animals. This dude had this massive cage. He would throw meat in there at these tigers, and he went on vacation and left his neighbor to feed the things. The neighbor left the door open. Classic case. So
the neighbor was scared.
And it was 2 or 3 of them, and they got out and they're running everywhere. So I think one of them got shot because somebody had to just put him down. And the Birmingham Zoo was able to get up there and help them. They had the tranquilizer guns, and once they spotted the second one, they tranked him. AJ, they brought that sucker back to the Birmingham Zoo, and we had TV cameras on one end, and we went out. They sent me out to the zoo for when the animal arrived, and they let me. He was breathing. They let me just touch him while he was just laying there all tranked out. They're so huge.
Yeah,
tigers are so huge. But we do have these wildlife incidents every now and then. In that case, it would be unnatural because it's like these idiots that'll get a python for a pet and then let them loose. But this is a poor old bear who is in a natural place for him to be. He's just wandered into suburban over the mountain Birmingham.
Yeah.
From somewhere. All I know is I will be turning all the cameras on tonight and looking for him in case he shows back up over in my end of town. All right, top of the hour, 545-9950. If you got anything you want to throw in there, we'll get back to the heavy stuff in the news as we go along this afternoon. Stay cool out there, too. Heat index is getting up to close to 110 on the main, thermometer around Birmingham. Back here in just a minute.